I'm coming to you live on YouTube on Wednesday, August 13. So let me know when you're here, and I need to find me on my computer so then I can see comments even while, well, anytime. I was gonna say even while I'm crafting, but with the way that my screen is, it's the whole time. I need it the whole time. Okay. It's the whole time. Oh, there I am. Hi, Mario. Okay, I gotta turn my volume off. Sorry, just a second. It's the whole time. Oh, there I am. Hi, Mario. Okay, I gotta turn my volume off. Sorry, just a second. There. Okay. Okay. I did it. It's a small miracle. Hi, Janet. Hi, Carrie. It's a small miracle. Though I am late, I went live and I'm facing forward. I got my link. I'm good. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy that you're here. I have my good morning, Dot. Are you on Facebook, Dot? Are you on Facebook just as Dot? Are you on Facebook as Dorothy? Because it keeps throwing me when it says Dorothy. Did Dot say hi already? This is number 2. I'm not sure what that means. All right, I'm gonna get this just a little bit bigger. Just a second. I think I am. Control plus. It's not working. Control plus. Why is that not working? There. Just on YouTube? All right. Okay. So I'm excited to show you. I have a treat container for you today. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta grab my chocolate. So if you win the chocolate from me next week, you gotta come get it. Mailing it would be a problem. It would not get to you in any good form. So I have a treat container for you that I have showed at my clubs recently. And I have a really cool card that's very, very clean and simple. And I just love it. Hi, Marsha. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I'm going to quick go over and just so I set it up. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to go over to my randomizer right now so I don't see comments at all. So I'm going to get that done and we can get to business. So I have people loaded. So I had to remember people that were on with me last week because Marlene VanderZouwen, she's my first winner. She got to win again. Because I found that when I edit my video, which I needed to because last week when I came on live, I forgot to flip the screen so you guys were seeing my mess over there instead of me. So I went to edit that out, and then once you edit it, you don't see the live comments. So I just have to do it right the first time. Okay, so first winner is Marlene. Congratulations. Pick a new winner and start. Jamie Sales. Yay. I don't think she's on yet. Okay, I just have 2. Oh, I have 3. I have 3 because I made 3. Remember, I used the Irresistible Designs designer paper, and there were 3 designs, so I made 3 cards. Pick a new winner, so I have 1 more. Deanna Edwards, yay. She's going to be happy she won because she was one that she did not watch the live, but she did find how she can comment, so that's good. Okay, so I'm done with the randomizer. Congratulations to everybody on your newer tablet. Congrats, Marlene. Cool. Okay. So Before I go down, I want to, or put my camera down, I want to mention to you, hi Marlene, you were my winner, one of my winners again. Congratulations. Before I put the camera down, hi Bev. I want to remind you of some things going on. First of all, I have, I think, 3 classes besides my clubs. You can come to my clubs and just pay a class fee, or not a class fee, place a $25 order at club. You can come to any one of those that I have in my calendar. You can check out my events online. But besides that, the classes that I have open right now are my cards and cookies class. That ends on Sunday, to be able to sign up for that. I have a Christmas class at the end of the month, and my normal all occasions class, which usually ends up being, though sometimes they change it up, usually ends up being a birthday, a thinking of you, and a thank you. You can come to that anytime. Either pay a class fee or place an order and your class is free. That's the same way that my Christmas class is going to be. And I probably will be using, I think I'm just going to be using a couple sets that are in the online exclusives right now, because we can't, well, I may use some bits and pieces like embellishments and stuff like that that are part of the pre-order, which will be in the mini catalog. So you guys should be getting mini catalogs soon. If you don't, then let me know. As long as you're placing orders with me, or have placed an order or something in the past 6 months, I'm happy to give you a catalog, so just let me know. But I'm not sure that they've even mailed yet for customers. I don't know, could be close. So those are my classes. Right now, In Colors are on sale. And it's funny, it's not just the ink, paper, refills, ribbon. It's like even the designer paper and the kits that include some of the In Colors. So make sure that you check out that sale, because there could be things on sale that you are not even aware of. So plus, if you place a $30 order with me by next Tuesday, you'll get both of the kits that I'm doing today. You'll get that free or with your purchase. So anyway, so that's good to know. Is there one more thing? I feel like there's one more thing. Oh, lots of last chance items have been updated, added, even old celebration items they brought back for a one-time thing, and just lots going on. So, all right, I'm gonna put you down, put the camera down, and I'll show you some of the things that I'm gonna be working with. Hi, Janine, I'm happy to see you again. That makes me happy that you can see me on YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera down. So, Carrie, close your eyes, or anybody else that gets dizzy. So, putting it down, lock it in place, and now I need to spin it so that you can see exactly the way that I'm doing things. So like right now, if I didn't spin it, this would be upside down, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm doing a treat container, and I want to show you some designer paper first. So I'm going to be using Floral Impressions. There's 2 different designer papers that they look very similar, but they are different, and you need both of them. But this one specifically is actually retiring already. It's an online exclusive, and this is the one that I'm using. So, and I think it's discounted because there's In Colors in here. The newest In Colors, not like if it's last year's In Colors, that doesn't matter. But anyway, so here's the designer papers that I'm using. I know I've shown you this before, but just want to bring it to your attention because it's going away and because it's what I'm using. So this is Floral Impressions. It's part of a whole big suite. Impression. I don't know the name of the suite. Oh, it's probably, the Floral Impressions is probably the name of the suite. Usually the designer paper is the same name. Hi, Donna. The designer paper is the same name as the suite, so it's probably that. Okay, so I also have to show you, because you may have this one, because this was in the catalog, Florals in Bloom stamp set. And I've used this for some classes, and this one may be like sort of more, I know it is pretty paper. This may be sort of more what you're used to seeing because it's in the catalog. They're totally different. They, at first glance, they look the same, but they're not. So you need both of them. But this one, it may be, let me see, Darling Duckling. This one is probably discounted also because it has Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Timid Tiger, like 4 or 5. I didn't count. Oh, and Strawberry Slush. This has all of the newest in colors in it. This one, Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush. So this one just has 2 of them, but I know that this one is discounted. This one I'm not so sure, but I think so. Anyway, so I wanted to show you both of those. So this is the piece of designer paper that I'm going to use. And also, one more thing, if you subscribe to my mailing list, which I'll put a link in here, if you go to my website, dazzledbystamping.com, you can, first of all, you can see examples, find classes, etc. But also a pop-up menu will be there so that you can subscribe to my email mailing list. And I've been sending a project sheet after my lives, the day after my lives, and so you would get like all the dimensions and whatever for this project sheet, for this project tomorrow, as long as you're a subscriber. So I need my paper trimmer. I don't always do this because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up, but we're gonna hope that I have it correct in my head. Oh, and I have a cheat sheet here too, so that will be helpful. Okay. So, this is 4.5 by 6, and I'm scoring at 3/4 of an inch, which I love our paper trimmer. It's got 1.5 inches this way, so that you have to cut, if you have to cut or score something skinny, you can do it on this side and have something big to hold on here. So that makes me happy. Stampin' Up! Changed that when they changed the paper trimmer several years ago. So I'm scoring here. I'm not doing it hard because it is designer paper. And so it's a little bit more, what's the word? Fragile. It's thinner. Okay, then the next one that I need is 3/4 of an inch. So just because I'm going to keep going this way, even though it's a small section, I'm doing it on this side. See how it's much harder to score 3/4 of an inch on this side than it was on this side? But I want it on this side. So I'm scoring here 3/4 of an inch, then 2 3/4. By the way, I just came up with these dimensions myself because of what I'm going to put in it. I'll sort of measure what I'm working with, 3.5, and figure out something from there, and then 5.5. And I need to go up at the top here because I don't have a 5.5 mark down at the bottom. I mean, it's probably, yes, it's gonna be chocolate, my treat container. I said in the beginning, if you win chocolate next week, you're gonna have to come pick it up because mailing it would be a problem right now. And I don't usually mail chocolate anyway. Okay, so you can't see them, but I have a score line here and then score lines here. And so the skinniest part where the two score lines meet, you always just need to get rid of that. I think it's a rare moment for you not to have to get rid of that. So I cut that section out, And then I'm going to cut on the score line from one score line to the next, all along. So I'm making tabs for the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to use my bone folder. Me. All right, well, hopefully you're chosen next week then. So now I'm creasing on all the score lines. So that this will go together well. If you're in my club and came to club in the past month or two, this is the project that I showed, and it's just cute and cool and whatever. So I wanted to show everybody. So, so this is going to go together like this. Okay. Now, I did learn in my 22 years of doing this a better way of trying to do. I'm winning the chocolate next week. Marlene does it. Marsha, you never came and got your chocolate from last year, so I don't know where if it stays around long enough, it may not happen. I ate it. I think it was a year old. Okay. So I'm putting a box together, and rather than trying to hold it and get it and whatever, you lay it flat, and then it'll be straight. So I'm not using tear and tape. I'm using liquid glue this time. I got a gift from one of my team members to hold my glue. I usually I'm not sure how well it's working because I know that sounds dumb. But I can't twist it closed in there. I just have to set it in there. Usually, for those of you wanted to share them, but no. If you win, you can eat the chocolate. Oh, if I win, I can eat. No, then I just pick somebody else's name, Bev. So that's what happens with my faraway people. Sorry. So if you don't have a holder for your glue, I'm cheap sometimes, and I just use a leftover spool from my ribbon. Anyway, so I laid this flat so I know that my box will be nice and square. Now what I want to do is I'm going to tuck in, get these out of the way a minute. I'm going to tuck in my tiny tabs, and then I'm going to do one side and then put some glue on this tab and close that. So the last one that I put in, I put that on there. Okay, now that I have this here, hi Jennifer, I'm going to use my bone folder and go in and sort of press it down so that it stays together. Okay, so here's my cute little box. And I have, for some reason I keep buying these. They make me happy. That's why I keep buying them. Oops, this one's kind of squishy. No, I think it's okay. So two of these fit in here perfectly. So I tuck that in here. Okay, so I have to tell you the reason that I did this. So what I'm going to do is tuck these edges in and pinch it. So the reason that I probably have shown this box before, but the reason that I did this was because of how we're going to keep it closed. I saw this and it just made me happy. So, oh, I forgot to show you. I need to show you two things. So this is the Nested Essentials dies. This is Tim and Tiger, by the way. And so I used the second smallest of this. This is actually a hexagon, but it certainly is an oblong one. So I used that. And I'm going to be using words from Terrific Toadstools. I just want a tiny little saying here. So this one's going to be our topper. I have it, I die cut it, and then I should show you how I lined this up. I scored it in the middle so I didn't have to guess like where it needed to be or whatever. So when I put this on, I put it on my trimmer, and I put the 2 corners in the track here, but then also I lined up this so that this edge was parallel with one of these lines. So it helped me be able to get it straight. So we're going to fold this straight. I guess it's not perfect, but not much in life is. So we're gonna crease the swell. Okay, so this is gonna be my topper. I just thought this was too cute. I need memento. I need my greeting that says just a little thank you. So if you are new watching me and haven't seen this tip, in case you're like, well, how is that memento? I haven't shared this in a while, I don't think. I use my uninked white craft pad that you can buy, but instead of putting white ink in it, I put memento in it, and it makes it so that I have a nice cushy ink pad for my photopolymer stamps. They just work better with firm foam. They were made to work well with firm foam. So I have just a little thank you. And then I'm using my Bee Builder Punch. Where did my white go? Using my Bee Builder Punch, but only so I can get this little heart out of here. I don't need all the rest of it. I just need this little heart. All right, I think before, I'm gonna put this on my bag before I put my heart on. Okay, close this up. It's stuck. All right, so I'm putting this on the back here. And I'm not sure that there's a back. We're just gonna stick it on here. Oops. Isn't that cute? I just love this as a topper. So I need to hold it while it dries a little bit. I don't know how somebody, I saw this example somewhere, and I don't know how somebody got this to keep it closed well. I'm gonna be using contraband. You probably can buy tiny little binder clips, but I don't have ones that I think look tiny enough. So I need my mini dimensionals are here somewhere. Of course, I covered them up. So I'm gonna put one on the back of my heart. Put this on here. And then I'm gonna use, these are the, most of my colors are gone, but these are the newest in colors of Flat Pearls. It's funny, I don't know if you've gotten anything from me with this. Definitely, I know my Dazzling Card Club has. I have a problem whenever I type Flat Pearls, I want to type Flath, because obviously I'm used to typing Flath anytime I type my email address, etc. So I've sent documents or things out with Flath Pearls instead of Flat Pearls. Okay, so here this is. Now, here's my contraband. I gotta find it. Somehow this was even somewhere easily findable. We do not sell these anymore, but we used to. Look at these tiny little library clips. Maybe you still have some, or, shoot, I can't open it. Yeah, there we go. Ah, how cute is that? Maybe you still have some, or maybe you have, I gotta show you mine that I just found the other day. So I have these binder clips that you could use, but they just aren't quite small enough. I want them to be smaller than that. So I use this library clip. So here's my treat container. So somebody next week gets chocolate in this cute little bag, with contraband. Yeah, so there's that. So this is going to be my project sheet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the other. Thank you. I love it too. Okay, so we're done with that. So now, the project that I have to show you, I'm going to close this before I'm done. Thanks, Janet. Hey, are you in Michigan right now, Janet? One worth the trip to get chocolate. Oh, good. Okay, so my next project is a really clean looking card. And I saw, I'm totally casing somebody. I don't even know her name. It's not a demonstrator. It's not even Stampin' Up! Product, but they were similar enough that it made me think of stuff that I had. So I'm going to be using, not that one. We already used that one. I'm going to be using, I wanted different words for this, or different, I wanted a more fun. Oh, good. So you could win the chocolate, Janet. Yay. I thought you were. In fact, I think I sent you your catalog to Michigan because I assumed that you were going to be. I wanted a different font than, like, I could have used this, but I just didn't want it to be a stark uppercase. I don't know. This just looks more fun. So anyway, I am using the Pairs dies. Using this one right here. It made me think of it because of one of the cards that I made last week. I'm doing the same thing, but I'm using this die. And then I'm also using the perennial postage dies. So, oh, and this little splatter. I'm using that little stamp too. So not much stamping, but just really cool look. I just love it so much. So I did all of the die cutting already. So I have, this is thick white, basic white cardstock. I have my, this is crumb cake with, this is the Pairs. Once I show you this, I'll tell you some other things that you could do instead of the Pairs if you, like Dina, she does not like fruit for some reason. She doesn't like stamping with fruit. I'm not sure why, but it's a thing. So, but this is the first thing that I thought of when I saw this. That's just a scrap. So here's my postage. And then this is just a, this is more crumb cake that I'll show you what I'm doing with in a minute. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do, and I do have, how many of you guys use adhesive sheets? They are amazing if you do small dies. I will use the little box for Halloween treats. Very cool. Yeah, it'll be perfect. How many of you guys use adhesive sheets with your dies? If you use small dies at all, it's amazing. It comes, I should show you. It comes in a package. It's 6 inches by 12 inches, and then there's lines for where the backing comes off at 2 inches each way. 12 sheets of 6 by 12. But you can cut it to whatever size that you want. And I usually try to cut it to just smaller than, like 1/8 of an inch smaller than the piece that I'm putting it on. So you put it on the back, run through your die with it on the back, and then I already have adhesive on here that I can put on whatever project that I'm doing. So, okay, so the first thing that I want to do is take my postage stamp die, or die cut piece, and I'm using Old Olive. Yeah, yes, you do have to remember to use them before you die cut. That's the key. After doesn't work as well. Here's my blending brush. So I'm using a small blending brush. You probably could use a big one, but I'm gonna sort of try to stay in the line. So I'm gonna get Old Olive, and I'm just trying to get sort of the center of this. I want to leave a little bit of a border on here. Oh, I have a second one. I forgot I did an extra one, just in case. Um, so I have just a little bit of a border on here, and I want to use my stamp that has this, why do I keep wanting to call it spackle? Splatter. I do not want Old Olive. I want Mossy Meadow for this. I want Mossy Meadow, but I still want to stamp it off. So I'm going to ink it up, stamp it off once, and then kind of go... Yeah. Okay. So, oh, I'm not done with that. So I'm done with this for a minute. And now, just like I did last week, I'm going to use my dauber with the Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to color these leaves and the stem of the leaves. I don't want to do the twig part, but I'm sort of going down to where it attaches to the stick. Does that make sense? So you can do it how you want, but that's how it makes sense to me. Now, like I said earlier, you don't have to have this die. Maybe you have other leaf dies, or maybe your vision will be different other than leaves. But I loved this look. One of the things that you could do that I thought of right away is we have in the last chance list right now, there is the bow punch. That would work perfectly with what I'm doing here. This is long, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so I have my leaves are green now. So that part's done. Now I have this piece. This is going to be just sort of an accent piece, and I want to tear the end. That's the biggest thing that I want to do. But then also, on this card that I saw, they did something. You could use your Simply Scored scoring tool if that's something that you pull out regularly. I don't pull it out, but I use my scoring blade to make designs. I did that on one of my cards. I think when I showed it, it ended up being a sympathy card. But I also made it into a happy birthday. So I'm making a line here. I'm not going all the way to the bottom nor all the way to the top, but I want it to be kind of deep so that you can see it. So I'm just, can you guys see it at all? There we go. In the light you can. Okay, so that is, I think, the one that I saw. They had a die that did both the tearing part and then this part here. Okay, so now I'm going to put everything all together. Oh, not putting it all together yet. I have linen thread. We're going to wrap this. Whenever I wrap it multiple times, I stick it way out this way and then the end way out the other way. So I have it hanging off on one side and then go around one. Oops, I'm trying to stay in one notch. I can always change it later, but I was just trying to stay in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have it sticking out way over here, and I'm going to stick it out way over here. And then I'm just going to do a knot. I think I was supposed to do this after I put the leaves on. We're just going to have to tuck it because I'm not stopping this now. All right. Nope, I didn't get it through. If it doesn't go through the hole, you can't make a knot. Okay, there's one. again. Okay. Oh, itchy eye, sorry, just a sec. Okay. And we're just gonna trim this. All right, now I'm gonna take the backing off of here. And I want it to overlap, but I'm not sure how much I want it to overlap, so I need to see. So peel the backing off. I don't need that or that. So I told you I needed to stick it in here, so I'm gonna try to tuck it. Lift it up a little bit, tuck it down. So it doesn't want to go through. Okay, so I want it to go off the top a little bit. This would have been easier if I had done it for, there we go. Go off the top a little bit. And then I don't really want this hanging down so much, so I'm going to cut this off here. Okay, so I have my piece here, and I'm going to just lay this here for the moment. This is going to get attached. It's just sort of an accent piece, but so simple. So put this here. Then we're going to put dimensionals on this one. One, two, three, four. I think I want one in the middle. It's not that big, but I'll just get a little section here. Okay, so then this goes right here. I think I want even more of this cut off. I have to leave, catch the replay. This one's looking cool too, can't wait to see it. Thanks, Jennifer, you have a good week too. All right, I'm gonna cut a little bit more off of here. If I had it angled more, maybe it wouldn't be so in the way, but I don't know, just that's the way I want it. And then my words. So I thought that this was sort of a modern looking fall card or Thanksgiving card or that sort of thing. And so I chose gratitude. And it fits perfectly right here, and it's just a little bit different. And all right, I'm using one more thing that's kind of contraband because it's discontinued already. I just have to find it. This just went off the last chance list. I can't find it. I used it for my last class. That's about the size of it. Well, that's annoying. I had everything out here. All right, I guess I'm going to use something different. Because I would tell you, if you don't have it, that you would need to use something different. All right, I hid it from myself. Okay. So I'm going to use these. So we're going to go with black, I guess. So I was going to use the textured the textured dots, which are, they just left. But instead I'm going to use, these are the natural matte dots, and I'm going to use black. So I'm going to put, and it's funny, I'm just going to use 2. I'm not going to use 3. You know how you're always supposed to do it in odd numbers. So here's my card. Isn't that cool? Just so simple. I just love it. All right. So I told you I would share some things that you could use. I told you about the, thank you. I told you about the bow punch. I don't remember what these are from. Yeah, all dots are great. Exactly. I don't remember what these are from, but I still have these cut from a bunch of cards I was going to make or something. It is clean and simple. So you could use something like this on here, or like this, like whatever kind of dies that you have. This one is more like what the bow punch would be. You could do the same thing. What's another thing? Or you could do the, remember I called them weeds, and Marlene's like, they're wildflowers. You could do a wildflower kind of thing, but I like the look of the, I like the look of these leaves. So anyway, so those are my cards, or those are my projects. Dot's like, oh. So that's all that I have. So I will, remember, if you have, if you place a $30 order through Tuesday, I will send you the project, these kits, maybe 2, maybe one of these, 2 of these, for your order. And then if you're on my, thank you, if you're on my email mailing list, I should put these here so you can see them when I'm done. If you're on my email mailing list, you'll get the project sheet. So you have the cutting and measurements, all that kind of stuff for this. So thank you for joining me today. Remember to check out my events online. You can go to my website, dazzledbystamping.com. You can place your order there, click shop, and do that. And you can check out events, click events or classes or whatever it says there. And these will be up on my website tomorrow also at some point. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be here again next Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure that you join me. If you have not already click subscribe so that you find me easily next time that I'm here. So thanks so much. Have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.